Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fugget, the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. Yeah, that's what it stands for. All right, guys. Today, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you take time when you're with people you care about, loved ones, your partner, whatever it is, right? Do you take time to be in the moment? And what I mean is, like, it's easy with our busy schedules, with technology, everything kind of pulling at you at once, or, from advertisements all around you, billboards, like when you're driving and trying to make a video. And, just no matter what, like I'll be out and I'll see couples at dinner or whatever, and they're not really even paying attention to each other. Or, what's interesting is like in like venues, like for in my world, like this past Saturday, like the professional wrestling show, like whatever was going on, there was about half the crowd was just on their phone. And I guess wrestling was kind of like, how you come home from work and you just turn on a TV for background noise or whatever, and you're half paying attention to it and you're half on your phone or tablet or whatever, and it's whether you're doing work or playing a game or something, and then it gives you something to do during commercials. But like you've got that going on, and then maybe you've got kids around, or maybe you've got your partner there and they're doing the same thing, and you're just giving like a third of your attention to each one of these things, whatever it is. And it's interesting how we can just kind of get into that mindset and into that, like, I guess I call it like a fog, because you're not fully engaged or attentive to any one of these things. Now, the most important one is going to be human touch, human contact, the person that, or people that you care about. If you're neglecting them, especially if it's a romantic relationship, it's going to come back to bite you. It's funny because there's times where I realize I'm doing that, and what I'll do is I'll just put everything down, or I can even be with them, but I know I'm not like completely attentive, and I'll stop everything, and I'll like, especially if it's a romantic partner, and I'll just like take their hands and listen to them and like just focus on them, warm and lovingly, that I'm completely in the moment. I am looking at them and I am completely engaged. And it's interesting how some people will take that. Some will be kind of freaked out by it, like, what are you doing? Which I look at that two ways. One is they're not used to it. A lot of people just don't do that. They're not in that moment. And the other thing is that maybe you don't do it often, so it's kind of a shock. It's a little bit humbling and sad, but if you don't do it and you start doing it, it's gonna, it's gonna make them kind of go, what the heck? Sorry about that, guys. Them kind of go, what the heck is this about? They think maybe you have an agenda, or that maybe you did something wrong, or, who knows? But in any event, being in the moment, right? Now, if you don't do that at work, there's going to be consequences, right? You've got to stay focused. Like if you've got, like, say a big client coming in, and this is like a multi-million-dollar deal or something. There's a lot riding on it. You're going to be in the moment. You're going to focus. You're giving it all your attention. Why? Because it's important. Now, when you do that in your relationships, there are dividends. Now, it might not be millions of dollars, but it's the love, it's the connection, it's the essence. It's not having to, like, when things go left or sideways for you in that relationship, or if there's a misunderstanding or an offense one way or another, the connection and the bond is really strong, and all of a sudden, instances of offense or miscommunication or resentment or whatever, that stuff kind of takes a back seat to the core essence of the fact that you have connection. Your partner knows that you are engaged. You are totally engaged with them. Engaging with them. I don't know. You know what I mean? Do you? I hope so. If you do, like, share, and comment, and let me know. I think I know. But no, it's very important, you guys. And a lot of times, especially as men, you know, we do everything in the initial stages of a relationship to attract, you know, to put our best foot forward, so to speak, and, you know, show them that we're Prince Charming and we're this and that, you know, we're the cat's meow. I hate that. I don't know why I said it, but it's in the video. It's there forever to be cringeworthy for eternity. But anyways, you know, and then what happens is you just kind of get complacent and you kind of take things for granted, and it happens both ways, men and women. But, you know, I think the stereotype, and it's pretty accurate, is that men do that quite often. And all of a sudden, you know, time goes by and the person is either not sure about you anymore, they've given you the little signals that, you know, we need to work on things, I don't feel close to you anymore, whatever it is, right? Well, if you value the person, you really need to put in the time. And if it's completely off the beaten path of what you've done before, you know, start slow. You know, so that you don't have to do damage control later, and then all of your romantic efforts later on are seen as disingenuous. It's like, well, if you cared about me that much, you would have always done it. And I understand that argument. You know, you're just changing because I'm giving you an ultimatum. You're just changing because, you know, now it's like a problem. And, you know, you don't want it to get to that, but it doesn't mean all hope is lost. You know, I have a friend who's going through that situation right now where he's been in a relationship with a woman for, you know, almost 2 decades. And, you know, she wanted space to reconsider the relationship and what, you know, what it means to her and how she, you know, going forward in her life, what she wants. And, you know, he admitted, you know, he did some things wrong, nothing crazy, but just, you know, things that didn't keep the relationship the spark, you know, showing enough appreciation, a lot of other little things, but nothing that's really, you know, that's going to, you know, be deal breakers for anybody. And, you know, now he's doing all those things, you know, buying flowers and thinking about marrying her, this and that. And, you know, he's scared right now because who knows what's going to happen and how she's going to feel about going forward, because for a long time, almost 2 decades, you know, he wasn't this guy. And it wasn't that he didn't care about her or love her, he just took for granted and got comfortable, you know, and it was just the same old routine, and, you know, they have their, you know, typical whatever it was, right, in their relationship, of their patterns, and it gets boring. And, you know, it starts with being in the moment with your partner, being in the moment with your friends, your family, whatever it is for you, right, wherever you're at in life, and when you're doing that, you're really listening, you're really paying attention, you know, it's going to be felt. They're going to feel that love that you have. And that's a way that you can, you know, continue to grow and connect with your partner and, you know, make things, you know, the best they can. You know, you want to live your best life. You want your partner to feel loved beyond, you know, measure. And, you know, you want... You know, and then that's another thing too, is if you have no desire to do that, maybe that's a sign that, you know, maybe that's not the person for you. You know, if you have if there's a lot of resentment, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of mistrust, whatever it is, right? Sometimes that stuff can be worked out through talking, therapy, you know, in time and consistency. And other times, you know, it's just like the writing's on the wall and it's time to walk away. And, you know, let that person be free to find what's going to make them happy, and you the same. So, anyways, guys, be in the moment. In the moment. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. Hope that helped you a little bit, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.